We welcome you to the Simmons Complex on the campus of Halldale High School as Munson Media Sports brings you high school field hockey. Today, the Oak Hill Raiders will come in to take on your Halldale Bulldogs. Hello, I'm Rob Munson, joined by the coach, Coach McNally, Calvin Mason, doing our camera work here as we set up here in the bleachers on the opposite sides here. And certainly another great day for field hockey, Coach McNally. Previous game against each one of these teams played each other, 3-1 game earlier in the season, but Halldale's making leaps and bounds here as they come on with this young program. So we should have a good one here today, Coach.
Oh, absolutely, Rob. Oak Hill comes to us today with a 4-0 record, an absolute offensive powerhouse, led by Adele Surratt, who just recently set a school record of 53 goals against Boothbay
We'll give
last
you
week.
A little.
And she's an all-conference player, an all-state player. Currently leads the team with 7 goals and 3 assists. But she's not alone. She is helped by Olivia Staggs, Cassie Stacchino, Julie Mooney, and Julia Lane. And Coach Gilbert, who has been there for 16 years, rotates 3 goalkeepers.
Wow.
I was just talking to her at the beginning of the game, and all my years of coaching, I was lucky to have 2, and she's rotating 3 at the varsity level.
Wow.
2 seniors, Kiara Levesque and Natalie Moody, and a freshman, Sierra Lane, and they all play quite often. They all play, there's parity in that. And they're combined for a 90% save percentage, so which is unbelievable in the short, unique season that it is. And as I've said, they come in, they've scored 16 goals in their 4 games and only given up 4. So we should see quite an offensive explosion for them. But, as you said, let's not forget Halldale. Halldale has improved tremendously over the last 3 games. They are led by Kelsey Cormier in goal, who has just impressed all of us. And then when you take a look, you've got Avery Baker at midfield, who is solid for them. We've seen Ava Corbin, who's a powerhouse at left wing. Emma Soroyce has done a great job for them. Last week, we were really impressed with sophomore Kylie Rolfe and junior Maura O'Connor, who both did a great job last week. So Halldale's coming in, and they come off a Winthrop loss, but only by 1, and both coaches, in talking to them after the game, were very impressed with how those kids created offensive opportunities against Winthrop and stayed tough defensively. So in spite of the fact that Oak Hill's coming in at 4-0, and they've got the Surratt kid ready to swing her stick, I think Halldale's up to the match, and we should see a great one here today, Coach.
Well, we'll certainly look forward to that, and they'll have the captain's meeting, and we'll get our scoreboard set to come up here. This is the first of several tilts. We have 11 games this week. We'll have a middle school soccer game going to start late. So if you're looking for that soccer game, they changed the time, and so it's going to be a little bit later than we had anticipated. They're going to come on at we're going to come on at about 4. They're going to try to get that going at 4:15 or so. So stay with us on that as we'll bring you that game also concurrently to what we have going on here with the field hockey game. So they were both supposed to start at the same time, but as we know, sometimes in these COVID days, things are changing left and right. Let's get the right scoreboard up there. Looks like we've got that one cooking up there now, and we'll get set to go here very shortly. So 1:39 left on the clock. And let's see if I can't get this. There we go. We made that scoreboard come back to life. So we're set to go. We're just waiting for the captains to meet with the officials. How has the officiating been going on this year? Not that we have top quality officials, Coach, we know, but sometimes there's been a struggle to get new officials and sometimes meet all the games. So far, so good?
Well, I think it's copacetic. The same as it's been the last few years. We are in dire need of officials in all areas of the state. Any kids that come out of college that are in the area that want to stay involved in the game of field hockey should take a look at officiating, because there is such a need. Every year there are a few younger ones coming in, but there are many of the older generation leaving, many more of the older generation leaving. I think I mentioned to you last week, Rob, Pam Spalding, who was officiating when I first started coaching way back when the balls were sponging.
Yeah. Feathers.
Yeah. She is on her 50th year of officiating, and still doing a terrific job. And so So there is still, as there are in other sports, a real need for field hockey officials.
You got to think 50 years, Coach, has got to be
Good
like some type of
Lord.
national record. I mean, when you take a look around, I mean, all sports, not just field hockey.
I can't even imagine. And the good thing about Pam, and I'll just, a big shout out, thumbs up to Pam. She always came to every field with a great big smile on her face. She was always very respectful to the kids. Took the time to know some kids and talk to kids. She was just a great representation of what field hockey should be all over the state.
She's the Dion Meringue of field hockey officials.
Well, I think Diana and Pam are good friends, actually, so you might be right.
Our friend Diana Dion Meringue is I think she's into her 50th year of teaching, isn't she, this year? Started in 1970.
Yes, she is.
Holy Mary, Mother of God.
And still loving it.
I know.
Had a conversation with her not too
long
ago.
She
still loves what she does and has no intention of leaving. I don't know.
Well, you know as well as I do, passion goes a long way.
Absolutely.
So we'll get set to go. Welcome our Oak Hill fans here. They'll set the ball back, and we'll be underway here from the Simmons Complex. Halldale in their white, and Oak Hill in their blues. They're right in front of us here, down close to our camera spot. We've got Calvin perched up in the bleachers here. Taking it down the left side is Ava Corbin. Corbin gets dispossessed and out of bounds. It'll be Oak Hill ball.
Corbin is their go-to person. They seem to really enjoy the left side, and she does a great job carrying the ball. And the opening tip-off, the ball came from Surratt to Corbin. So two of the best ball players on the field touched the ball within the first 5 seconds.
Here comes Mooney. She got dispossessed. Baker with it. Reverse stick. Ball's out off whom? It's going to be Halldale ball. Baker set to launch. She launches an aerial, trying to connect with Corbin. Some good stick work, intercepted right out of mid-air by Buell. So we talked about Adele Surratt. Want to congratulate her. She becomes the leading scorer in what is a really good history of Oak Hill field hockey, Coach, over the years. And want to thank Jimmy Palmer, the fine athletic director out at Oak Hill. Got the roster to me, and it was numerical, and everything was, as Coach likes to say, copacetic. With that, I don't even know what that means, but used a lot, so it must be a good word, Coach.
I'm not sure, but it sounded good, didn't it? You're absolutely right about the history at Oak Hill. When I first started coaching, we scrimmaged them quite often. And even played a state championship at Oak Hill High School.
It snowed.
Yes, it did.
I was there.
It snowed hard. It snowed hard. But Betsy's done a tremendous job at Oak Hill the last 16 years she's been there. She's very competitive herself, and her team show the same thing. There's the first one.
So 1-0 early. Didn't have my replay set to go. We'll get that up set to go here. So a couple of equal rushes, but Oak Hill was able to cash in as they get it past Cormier. Cormier, typically a very busy person.
Well, and as we said, against teams like Oak Hill, you can't give them the initial shot and then the rebound shots, which just happened there. They had the initial shot on goal, which Cormier got, and then there was at least one rebound shot. You got to clear that out, especially with Oak Hill and their offensive power. Get it out as soon as you can. You leave it in there. The longer you leave it in there, more blue sticks are going to be on it.
Corbin with it, trying to go down the left side. She does. Chased down there by Kelsey Young on the defense for the Oak Hill Raiders. Attempted clear out. Didn't get all the way out. Baker on the defense here, and falling down was Mooney, and Baker says, "You okay?" Good sportsmanship there by Avery.
The next few minutes will tell us a little bit about Halldale and how they react to that opening real quick goal. Traditionally, in the games we've seen with Halldale, they've come back with a vengeance after a goal's been scored and play really tough. So it'll be interesting to see how they react to that first goal.
Comes Surratt into the circle. She's got it. Trying to do some tricky dribbling. She does. Controls her ball. Poked wide. Trying to connect there with Lily Coburn. That went wide off Lily's stick, so it'll be Bulldog ball. We're just underway, 11:45. The early goal scored by the Raiders of Oak Hill. Started to cloud over here now, Coach, and still a very pleasant day for activities. That one got by. Can Corbin collect? She does. Reverse stick. Can't control. It was a good piece of defense jumped in there by Buell. But now for the It was O'Connor for the Bulldogs, but she lost it. Back on the take. Dumais reverse stick. That one got up in the air, and that'll be over to the Bulldogs. They're set to launch. On the intercept there was Dumais, but Corbin working hard was able to get it by. Comes Corbin. Ava wide, looks for the cross, can't get it through the defenders. She gets some help here, but stolen away.
Looks to me today that Ava's been a source of look here for Oak Hill. They're keeping a good eye on her, and when she's dribbled the ball up in front of us, she's picked up 2 defenders on her way, so they're keeping an eye on her today.
Baker trying to get through some Raiders, can't do it, but she'll control. Changes field, drives it up. Good drive, tracked down there, deep by Kelsey Young. Young trying to come up through, can't, but now she does. Stayed with it. Dispossessed, they'll fight for control. It's Baker over there for the Bulldogs. She's going to get a big hit all the way through and wide. We've seen how Avery Baker can drive the ball, get an exchange coming here. Brooke Mishu in the game now, number 14 here for the Bulldogs. 9:42, our clock not official, but pretty darn close right now. They'll try to connect with Corbin. As you said, she's been the focal point so far of the offense on that side. Driven in. That was Soroyce on the drive-in, I believe, for the Bulldogs. Corbin comes back.
Holdale's finding it tough to get the ball in that entry pass into the circle, but Oak Hill's collapsing a lot of their defense right at the top of the circle, so it's making it very difficult to get that entry pass in.
Raiders come. Back on the D is Brooke Mishu. She's going to chase it down. Gets a little bit of support help by Lizzie Bickford on the back end.
Lizzie Bickford's another name that we've continually mentioned since the first game. Again, a solid defender, doesn't do anything flashy, but does all the right things.
Surratt gets it through, kick out save. Cormier called on there to make the kick out save. She does a good job of it. 1 goal in the game. Who got the goal, Coach?
I'm not really sure.
We're not sure, so we're going to have to check that at halftime. There was a melee in front, and
right.
So we'll check that out, get the official stats at the half. Coach McNally will check in with the official scorer. Corbin trying to get through. Came to Dumais. She got it away. Corbin on the chase. Can she get it by? She does. Corbin, good job there. Good backtrack that time on the defense by Buell. Surratt tries to lay it down and can't do it. Stick dribble. And now picked up by Surratt. Adele Surratt. Tries to launch one. Didn't get good wood on that one. Coburn centered it. No corner so far in this one, but it's 1-0. Surratt on the take, reverse stick, drives it. I'm not sure if Cormier got a piece of that or not, but taken out. Is that Bickford with it? I think. Took it out smartly to the side where she got attacked by Dumais, Brianna Dumais. 1-0. As we said, we'll check on the goal. Melee in front. Hard to see who tipped it in. First corner of the game. On the insert will be Julie Mooney.
I think especially on this first corner, we should keep an eye on number 11, see if she ends up with the ball somewhere.
Well, I think what they did is they're going to have a little give and go out, and they try to get it back inside to Mooney, who was looking to connect. Across the way. Want to come out just a little wider, I think, Calvin, there, so you don't have to be going back and forth quite so much, giving a little direction here. And it's a fine line to do a sport on a big field with one camera, so we try to split the difference between being wide and being tight. That's some nice stick work by Corbin. She maintains possession, tries to throw it through, can't do it, still working for it, and gets in her feet. So to go over here to the Raiders. Oak Hill Raiders out of Wales. Terrific athletic program there. Under the direction of former Gardner Tiger, my captain in 2 sports, Jim Palmer, done a great job there. Just dedicated the field to Coach Doucette out there in a wonderful ceremony to start the year. Nice little poke through the legs there. That time as they were able to get it through Buell. Hunted down here by O'Connor. O'Connor got it to Corbin.
Halldale's having a tough time finding the passing lanes. And
Yeah, they can't get in, can they?
I think you can attribute to that is Oak Hill is going from offense to defense pretty darn quickly and filling those holes. So it's tough to when you look up and you don't see a passing lane anywhere. So I think one of the things Halldale's got to do is change the field a little bit quickly, go with the shorter passes, the 15-yard passes, and take those quickly, and they can see make the transition a little quicker.
This is Surratt with it. Adele with some tricky dribble. Reverse stick work here. Trying to get it in front, and Bickford again with the good, smart clear out to the side. Culp with it. She drives it in front for the Black Raiders, and now let's see. It'll go over to the Bulldogs.
That's what we said about Lizzie Bickford. Coming out to the side takes away the shot from directly on the top. Now that if it comes out to the side, Oak Hill's going to have 2 passes to take a shot off. Come out to the top, you got 1 shot, 1 pass. So makes it very difficult to shoot directly off that defensive drag.
O'Connor tried to get it up and through, couldn't do it. That was intercepted again by Dume. Dume's had a lot of stick time here in the first. Surratt tries to cross it, can't do it. Bickford's there for the Bulldogs and trying to get it out. She's persistent with it, but stolen across now. And some good defense inside. Just the early goal. It's held up so far. Kelsey Cormier has been the busier of the 2 goalkeepers, that's for sure.
It's a nice defensive clear by Emma Soul coming out, finding the wing with an aerial that went at least 15 yards. So nice defensive play there.
Comes Surratt with it. Goes around to the defender in the circle, tries to tee it up, but they attacked her as they know they need to. But that leaves some other people loose in front, and Bickford's going to take it off the side. Can she clear it? Contested there by Culp. Culp for the Black Raiders. Get it to inside. It came to Surratt. She got a shot off, but didn't get all the way through. So congratulations, we said, if you're just joining us, Adele Surratt scored her 53rd goal, which puts her number 1 in the history of Oak Hill field hockey. They're trying to get set up here, figure out what they're going to do. They weren't sure where they're going to go. Julia Lane wasn't sure where she should go. Good attack by Rolfe that time. She came right out and...
I think we mentioned one of the other games, Rob. When you're taking a shot at the top of the circle, you have to shorten up your backswing. And Emma's taking, Adele's taking a huge backswing. Rolfe comes out that quick, puts a stick in there, it becomes defensive ball. So if Adele can just shorten up that backswing just a little bit, she's going to get that shot off quicker.
Well, of course, the Bulldogs are very aware where she is on the field, as you'd have to be. 53 career goals.
Yeah, I bet they're
that
looking
gets you
for
some
her.
attention.
Oh, absolutely. Anyway, come inside the 25, there's somebody from Halldale looking for number 11, that's for sure.
Well, we've seen Halldale play this close to the vest style and then try to open it up a little bit, Coach. It seems that's what they're trying to play a little bit defensive to start with. And, they did this, I think, in the Winthrop game as well.
They did, you're absolutely right. The difference between the second quarter and the third quarter was huge at Winthrop. And Halldale did change there. And you see what they've done now. They put Corbin on the other side. Yeah,
so Corbin's across the way. She's joined over there by Emma Royce. Seen Emma get up and down the field very well as well. To Mooney. Mooney makes the pass to the right side. This is Culp with it. Culp centers it. Bulldogs are there, knock it out of the front of the net. Here they come. Can they get on the attack and change the field? Thrown ahead. Black Raiders work it through. They're trying to get Surratt with it. It's a pretty good combination there that Dumais and Surratt, they look like they work very well together, Coach.
Yeah, you can tell when these kids have played not just high school ball, but they might have played travel teams. They might have played Majestics or the teams that are outside of the high schools and played together, I'm sure. Yeah, you can certainly tell.
Some good stick work and good field change there. That time by Baker. Avery, as we've said, gets into him. A Baker bomb we saw early on in the season for a goal. Bet she'd like to launch one if she can get it. Corbin on the other side here as they try to change the attack mode.
I think that was a good move by Coach Corbin. The entry pass from the right side is a lot easier to do than it is from the left. And if Corbin is your best ball handler and your best offensive driver from the side, then I'd put her on the right too. I think that was a great move.
So we're played one. You see the score, 1-0. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have the second quarter here from the Simmons Complex on the campus of Halldale High School after these messages.
Don't feel like cooking dinner? Call Capsa's Pizza in Farmingdale. You can make the whole family happy with our award-winning pizza, sandwiches made on fresh baked bread, delicious nachos, or salads made to order. And don't forget the whoopie pies. We pride ourselves on fast, friendly service and an overall experience that's better than you might expect from a pizza place. So order Capsa's tonight. Pick it up, have it delivered, or enjoy our dining room. Give us a call at 582-0522 or enjoy the convenience of online ordering at capsaspizza.com.
The culture in PNG is very different. It's very special. Everyone is very collaborative. Everyone is very honest, and they want to help you succeed.
I work with a good group of people. A lot of experienced people that's been here for many years. Some people that I work with have been here for 30 plus years. You have the tools to learn, the necessity to drive you forward, which are great.
I'm getting my needs met career-wise. So I'm getting the leadership experience. I'm getting the coaching that I need to move on and move up.
The greatest aspects of benefits we get here. You know, we get health insurance, life insurance, disability insurance, and it's all keys in. That's worth something to me. Along with the pay, I know I'm going to have a paycheck at the end of the week.
Two of our great sponsors joining us this year, new Capsa's Pizza and Procter & Gamble Tambrands. Get the scoreboard set up. Coach will take a look at the stats here from the first quarter of play, and we'll get racked up for a second quarter.
If you take a look at the stats there from the first quarter, it's been all Oak Hill. There are 6 shots on goal from Oak Hill, and they had 2 penalty corners. And resulted in 1 score. Halldale hasn't had any shots directly on goal yet, no penalty corners, and Kelsey Cormier has come up with 4 goalie saves. And the score right now is 1-0 Oak Hill. We'll see if Halldale can make some adjustments up front, sneak the ball into the goal cage, and give themselves some offensive opportunities.
Cormier has been called upon to make a couple of kick saves there to keep this a 1-0 game. So she's been active as we've seen her. Kelsey's had a good season so far, Coach, in goal for the Bulldogs. That Winthrop game was a really good, strong game for her. So it's good to, you get a goalkeeper that is going to keep you in things, not going to give up, easy goals that, and then the team gets discouraged. And
oh, she's a big presence in goal. She's got good quickness, got good feet awareness. Seems to have good awareness in the circle as to angles the ball is coming in, and I know that Halldale's got a freshman playing defense, deep defense in front of her, Ashlyn Donahue, who's done a great job. But if you got a good keeper behind you, it gives that freshman a little bit more time to mature as the season goes. And we certainly have seen that defensively for Halldale. They're coming on very good, and Kelsey Cormier has done a great job in goal. She'd be a goalkeeper any team would like to have.
So underway in the second. If you're just joining us, Oak Hill in the blue uniforms, Halldale in the whites. Oak Hill, the Raiders, going left to right out of Wales, Maine. Culp with it. Right down in front of us, deflected away. That was O'Connor with the deflection for the Bulldogs. They'll pass back, just set to go. Surratt draws a crowd. Adele Surratt tried to get it ahead that time to Mooney. Mooney's got it. Mooney doing some work in front. And just wide. That clunk you heard must have been the side of the cage. That's one of the things that we go by sometimes because we'll get blocked in front. We can't always see, as we found on the first goal. Coach McNally will set that up at halftime.
It's coach's nightmare when you hear that clank. That clank comes off a pole, so you know you're within inches of going in. So when you hear that loud bang coming off, you could probably take a look at coaches on both sides and hands are on the head by that time. Interesting to note that Ava Corbin's out now, and I don't know if she's sick and not playing, but she's not in the game right now.
Well, we'll try to hunt that down at halftime as well. It comes all the way backtracked here by the defense of the Raiders. They do a good job across the far way. I want to give credit there, doing a good job on defense as a sophomore. Kelsey Young, she's one of the back defenders for the Raiders.
It's a good interception with Kylie Rolfe. And again, she doesn't have a lot of experience from what I understand, but really has caught onto the game pretty well. Plugs a hole in the front for Halldale.
Picked that right out of midair. But it goes over here. Cormier comes out and kicks it out, I think.
Yep.
Got a piece of that one for a save. Surratt trying to get it back. She got it back to Lane, but Lane wasn't able to do anything with it. And that'll be a corner.
You'll notice that Oak Hill's got superior stick work inside the circle. So I think, as we've said a number of times before, if you're inside the circle, you're looking for two things. You're looking for a clear shot or a corner, and Oak Hill seems to be heads up when it comes to turning people into a corner.
Try to get it into Surratt. They did a good job. I think it was Emma Soul came out on her.
Yes, it was.
Emma with a good job. They had a good read.
She's played very solid first quarter.
1-0. We'll get the official on the Oak Hill score on a scramble in front. Coach McNally will check the official book at halftime. We'll bring that to you as part of our halftime stats. Glad you could join us here on what's turned into a overcast day, which we like a little bit. It makes it a little easier for us to see the computer screen out in the bright sunlight. Sometimes we can't see what's going on. We have to just make stuff up.
And there's no wind today either, which
yes.
makes it
yeah.
very comfortable.
We've had a few windy days, Coach. Chasing
papers and duct tape.
Oh gosh, yeah. Yeah, when we get those windy days, I'm chasing papers all over the place and all that. My watch actually says congratulations to me. You've got more steps than you normally do, so that's good, I guess.
One way to look at it.
There's always a positive. Speaking of positive, Avery Baker trying to make something positive happen here. Just gets knocked away out of bounds. O'Connor couldn't keep it in. Glad you could join us here. Bringing you all of Halldale's fall activities. I want to thank the athletic department under new AD Chris Ranslow, doing a great job here. I said, good timing on coming in as a new AD, Chris, right in the middle of a gosh darn pandemic. I thought you were a smart kid, went to Bowdoin. Comes in front. That's going to go wide. Chris, graduate of Halldale High School, great basketball player at Bowdoin, and now doing the honors as the basketball coach here. And he got a chuckle out of that.
His mom was a longtime teacher at Randolph.
Yes,
Hamlin.
yeah. So Halldale getting the spot. Now they've got it. And we'll get set to launch. Ariel comes up through, falls dead, so we'll play on. Chase down. Good job of backtracking by Julia Lane for the Raiders. Intercepted, but Baker with a good stick there on the defensive end. She's trying to get around Lane. Can she? Yes, she does, but the backtrack there that time by the middle defender is solid. 2:16, so it throws me off a little bit. I'm not sure if it's Chloe Fournier or Sophie Childs. It's two number 16s.
Right.
So we'll give credit to both of them. Here comes Surratt. Surratt tries to self-pass. And actually, she couldn't pick up the pass, but teammate did. Getting a decent shot off that time through was Lane. 9:21 left here in the second. You're watching Munson Media's production of Bulldog Sports. And we'll see what the corner setup looks like this time. They'll come right into Surratt. She'll stop it. Tries to go the far corner. Cormier read it. She got over there, but it was a good-looking play there by the Raiders. They came out to Surratt, knew Surratt would get charged, and she did.
Yeah, penalty corners, your defense is outnumbered anyway. So if you can take that one quick pass off the top and find out where the defense isn't, and they did. They went down to the off corner and could have easily. Nice save.
That was a kick out again by Cormier. Off the shot by Surratt, we'll have another corner. Field's in great shape.
I know, we've seen some fields this year that there's more brown than there is green, but this field looks absolutely wonderful.
Now, this bunch set here, Coach, I'm going to have you talk to me about what this means.
You know,
wait till after the play, but once it maybe goes out, okay, Coach.
I was not a proponent of that.
Yeah, what do we call? I call it bunch set, but I don't know.
I don't think there's any official title to it.
Yeah.
I think it's just set up that way to disguise your defense. Your defense coming off the line is going to come out the same way anyway. The flyer is going to find the person with the ball. The two back people are going to cover the post. So I'm not too sure. I was never a proponent. I didn't think it did much. It doesn't disguise much. So I think it's just set to kind of confuse the defense, but I'm not really sure it does that. But for some people it works, and Coach Gilbert's used it, and I'm sure
going to call it the
worked.
stack corner. I'll be writing a little expose on that later in my field hockey column. Coach is teaching me a lot about field hockey. I love it. I've always watched the game from a distance and not really had to call it until the last couple of years. And getting Coach McNally sitting alongside me has taught me a lot. I've always had a great appreciation for the game. As I've told the story, my family was involved in field hockey. My wife played at the collegiate level. My niece played at the collegiate level and Olympic level. So, that was a nice poke through that time.
So,
beautifully done.
Lizzie Bickford comes up big again inside the circle.
Yeah, that was some nice stick work by the sophomore Julie Mooney. Mooney's done a good job with her stick work. She's slick with that, and as a sophomore, Coach Gilbert's going to be reaping the benefits of her expertise for a couple of years. They've got some good sophomores on this club, and it's like you built down at Gardner, Coach, and the coaches are trying to do here is to build a self-perpetuating program. Easier said than done. That's what Coach Angela Corbin would certainly like to do here, and Coach Baker would like to do here, is get this thing so it's there's no building years, it's reloading years.
Well, you're right. And talking to both coaches, their philosophy is to this season, this unique season, is very, very similar. Talked to Coach Gilbert at the beginning of the game, and while all coaches feel badly for the seniors because of how unique the season is, you don't have your playoffs, there's no all-star nominations, any of that kind of stuff. Both of these coaches are using their seniors as mentors for the younger kids. Is exactly what you said, to build for the few years and the next few years. And these seniors both teams have adapted well to that and are mentoring those younger kids. And you're right, both programs are strong right now. Both programs are reaping the benefits of younger kids. So these programs we'll see much more of in the years to come.
Mooney swooping in and can't get it through. And now to come out, picked up there by Stewart. Stewart trying to get the ball, and Stewart contending here.
We're seeing Maura O'Connor play tight too. She did last game. We tended to notice her last game a little bit, and we're noticing her game this week. She's improved tremendously since the beginning of the season, playing solid defense up this side.
They got it down to Fournier. Thrown in front and skirted all the way through. Comey is out. She's out again. She takes a couple of shots back to back and just sailed wide. Boy, that was a good sequence there that time.
And then we saw those multiple shots, and Cormier had two good saves, and then the ball came in behind her and just scooted along the end line there. So as you said before, Cormier is holding down the 16 yards from the end line. That's for Donshaw.
Cleared up and intercepted. Dumais. Surratt now fighting for it. Into Surratt. Surratt comes down the right side, right center side, but can't get through the defense as they collapse on her with 3:37 left here before halftime.
Her quickness with the stick is setting these corners up. Halldale's playing tight defense, but maybe not moving his feet as quickly as she's moving the ball with the stick, which enables her to pick these corners up. This is the sixth corner of the half.
And they'll go bunch. Folks on Facebook are saying it was Adele Surratt with the first goal in that scrum there. So her mom reporting that.
Great. So
we thank helpers out there. Sometimes, as we said, it's a little bit hard for us to see in the scrums. So, and of course, if you're watching and you notice something like that, or there's a number that or a name we're mispronouncing, please let us know. We're not offended by that. We'd like to get all the kids the credit that they deserve. All they're trying to turn field, but they've had a tough time as Oak Hill has really controlled the play here in the possession time. But Kelsey Comey has come up big on a number of occasions and kept us a one-goal game. 2:17 left till halftime. Spun around by Mooney, and Mooney seals it wide. 2 minutes left.
You know, one of the things as coaches we look for in games like this is who controls the midfield. Usually the team that controls the midfield is the team that will go ahead, and right now that's happening. The midfield with Surratt, Dumais, Coburn is controlling everything between the 25s, making it very difficult for Halldale to get through.
Rolfe trying to get by Lane. Kenshi, yes. Tucks it ahead. Corbin back in on the far side. Corbin comes down, flies down, trying to center it. She does. Good opportunity here for the Bulldogs, but swept away now. Can they return it? They'll fight to try to get it back in if they can. Good job coming up by Brooke Mishu. Baker seals it wide. Some good work also in there by O'Connor. So a decent offensive thrust that time by the Bulldogs. They've got about a minute left here in the first. See if they can't get this thing tied. But it's going to be Raider ball.
Avery Baker's had two real good entry passes in there that just need a little timing. A little bit often to keep them in play inside the circle, but she's got the right idea. She can take just a little bit off that to keep it in play. It'll create some offensive opportunity for Halldale.
Surratt let one go. I thought it was coming to us, but it was knocked down. I was ready to play it.
Yeah, I was not.
It's going to be a handball. Right in front of the computer. We'll protect the computer. This is Kaup. Kaup trying to drive it over to her teammate Mooney. Can't do it. Swept away, and it goes out. That was Ashlyn Donahue.
Good play to waste some time, get it out to the side. Don't give the Raiders another offensive opportunity.
That was going to be up and out, and that's going to do it here for the first. So we're played one. You see it, the score, an early goal by the Raiders. They lead it 1-0. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back. Coach McNally will have your stats here for you, and we'll come back to the Simmons Complex on the campus of Halldale High School after these messages.
When I'm on the road speaking, I'm able to have sidebar conversations with everybody that wants to come talk to me. And I hear about their family and loved ones that are going through maybe cancer, maybe a critical illness, maybe something, being disabled from a job and not having the coverage that they need because their health care just didn't cover it.
I ask that you would allow one of our experienced representatives to come into your business so that we are able to educate you on the value of these very, very important products.
JMH Associates is a boutique financial and management consulting firm that can provide customized solutions for your business or personal affairs. We can provide management expertise to your small business, personal financial guidance, and organizational structure for your personal and business needs. This will allow for better communication and execution with your other financial partners. We help establish businesses, we'll help you start a new business, and we can provide IT support for your business needs. We are JMH Associates. We're proud to be associated with MunsingMediaSports.com. The Hutchinson Family Sports Foundation is proud to support Munsing Media's production of live streaming high school sports. We recognize the hard work and dedication of Maine's high school student athletes, and we applaud Munsing Media's pioneering live streaming efforts. The Hutchinson Family Sports Foundation.
Junior Trojan Football and Cheering would like to thank Maine Athletic Fundraising for allowing us to build this beautiful facility. We raised $18,000 in our first year with Maine Athletic Fundraising, $28,000 last year, and we hope to top that again this year.
It is a true family here. We all work together as a team.
One of the best things about working here is all the different people that you're going to interact with.
What you think matters here.
The single best thing about working here is, pretty much everyone around here has your back and is supporting you.
I think you can always find what you really want to do with a company like Procter & Gamble. They tap into your assets.
They really set you up for success and give you opportunities and challenge you every day.
The part I love most about my job is the culture here. I love the family feel. I know that I can count on anybody on the production floor or in the offices. Anytime I can count on anybody to do anything or to be there for anything that you need.
We all help each other out. Whether somebody needs to stay and cover, or I've covered at night shift, I've covered a day shift. So it's really definitely that whole atmosphere of the one team. It's like a big family outside of your home.
We're all one team. We work together. If any of us need help, we rely on each other.
This company has treated me well. This is more of a career situation than just a job.
So you don't just have to be a technician if you don't want to. You could actually be whatever you want to be. You can find your niche and fulfill it.
I think you set your own career path here. So it depends on where you want to go in the company. I think the opportunities are definitely there. You definitely come in setting your own goals, paving your own path to how far you want to go in the company. And like I said, the support's there, the coaching is there, from anybody from the beginning all the way up through management.
You come out here to the floor sometimes and you really can't tell the difference. The managers are right there next to us, in the trenches, so to speak, rubbing elbows, and we're getting the job done. We all value each other's input.
I work with a good group of people. A lot of experienced people have been here for many years. Some people that I work with have been here for 30 plus years, which is great for your leadership and while you're learning on the floor, you have the tools to learn, the necessity to drive you forward.
I did actually have a say, and I was able to help coach other people to get to where they wanted to be. I think that's the biggest thing for me, is the ownership and then being able to help other people to achieve their goals also.
I really like to work at P&G because I have the opportunity to grow as a leader, to build skill, and as a bonus, the pay is really great.
We're definitely up there in both wage and benefits.
Welcome back to Halldale. Halldale on the campus of the Halldale High School of Simmons. We're taking a look at the stats for the first half. The game right now, the score right now is 1-0 Oak Hill, and as we said initially, Oak Hill has come back in with an offensive powerhouse. They have 11 shots on goal. They have 6 penalty corners and 1 score by Adele Surrett, the 13-minute mark of the first half. Halldale, on the other hand, is playing some solid defense. They don't have any direct shots on goal right now. They don't have any penalty corners. Kelsey Cormier has come up with 9 goalie saves. So we're taking a look at a 1-0 score. And if we take a look at second half, and I might imagine what coaches are saying, Halldale has got to come up, find a way to get across the 50, find some openings, put the ball inside the 25 and then inside the circle, and get some touches for Ava Corbin and Avery Baker, Maura O'Connor, Kylie Rolfe, get some Kylie Rolfe shots inside the circle and create some offensive opportunities for Halldale. And on the opposite side, if I might think about what Coach Gilbert is saying, I think she's probably saying stay the course. They offensively have done what they wanted to. Maybe the only improvements they could make inside the circle, cut down on their swings a little bit, get a closer shot or two inside the circle, get some more shots inside the circle, and put a secondary shot on goalie Kelsey Cormier. But as of right now, both teams are, Oak Hill is playing a lot of offense, Halldale is playing a lot of defense. It's still only a 1-0 ball game. So I'm assuming that this next half will be more of the same. And as we said, I talked to both coaches at the beginning of the game about their season so far and what they're telling their kids to get ready for these games. And in talking to Coach Gilbert at Oak Hill, she was saying, I think what a lot of other coaches are saying, it's tough to create a positive mindset at the beginning when kids know that there are no playoffs, there's no All-Star nominations, there's no Maine Field Hockey Association banquet, there's none of that stuff in this unique season. So one of the tough things to do for any coach, I think, is to create that positive mindset at the beginning of the season and have kids come into all practices ready to go and excited to go. She also said that one of the things that she tells the kids every day in this odd time is to live with no regrets and focus on the positive, and they certainly are doing that at 4-0. Leave it all on the field. And then in talking to Coach Corbin at Halldale, her focus is to progress and improvement, and we've seen that. Their program has struggled with low numbers over the season. They had very close games last year. They've got no seniors this year, so they're looking to the future anyway. And I think she's doing the same thing, trying to keep these kids together, making sure they have fun, but at the same time, looking to ways to win ball games and improve for next season. If we take a look at the stats for Halldale over the season, Kylie Rolfe is one of their leading scorers, along with Ava Corbin. Assist leaders are Avery Baker and Emma Sewell and Emma Soroyce. And then, as we've said before, the defense is led by Kelsey Cormier, Lizzie Bickford, and Emma Sowell. So a real tough Halldale defense, and looking for some offensive opportunities this second half. And as I look over, Mr. Wheeler is back. I was looking for Mr. Munsinger. I'm now seeing Mr. Wheeler. So we're about ready to begin the second half. The teams are getting lined up, and we'll see Halldale heading to our right to score, switching sides of the fields, and Oak Hill will be headed to the left in their blue uniforms. Something a little different this half. Mr. Munzing has gone over to the soccer field. He's got 2 games going right now, and there's some technological difficulties at the other field. So he's gone over to hopefully take care of those things, and he's being replaced right now by Chris Wheeler. So we take a little ready. We're ready for that opening hit, and here it comes. Ball comes out to the right. Intercepted there by Cassie Stacchino. She's coming up the left, looking to get it inside the circle. Staying around midfield. Found Surratt. Good battle there with Avery Baker. And Surratt's the name we've heard a lot of already. She takes most of the free hits inside the 25, making her way inside the circle. Taking a shot with a clear. Nice shot from the top for Surratt. Nice clear by Kelsey Cormier. Coming out with Ava Corbin, who's back on the left side. She spent a little bit of time on the right side last half, but is back on the left. She's backed up by O'Connor. Julia Mooney brings the ball in for Oak Hill. Sophie Childs on the tackle here for Oak Hill. Avery Baker picks it up pretty quickly. Coming down right in front of us. Ball goes out of bounds, goes to Halldale. Avery Baker with the ball. Looking to come down the right side to Ellery Stewart. Chloe Forney with a hit. Finds Julie Mooney in midfield. Brings the ball all the way over to the right to Lily Coburn. Nice save on the end line, the Halldale end line by Halldale back. I'm not quite sure the number of that back yet. Maybe Emma Soroyce. Intercepted by Brianna Dumas. Coming up the right for Oak Hill. As you can see, Halldale's having a tough time breaking through that Oak Hill defense at midfield to get it up above. Again, Dumas with the ball. Nice centering pass. Surratt touches it. Nice save, Kelsey Cormier. Another nice save. Wow. 2 nice saves, Kelsey Cormier. Surrounded by Oak Hill Raiders. Finds herself in a tough position, stays low, sees the ball onto the pads, releases the ball off her boot. Nice sequence of defense right there. Emma Soul with the ball at the 16, looking to release it high. Comes to the right side. Avery Baker chasing it down. Nice move to the outside there. Good call. Ball coming into the circle. Hopefully we can find, looks like Kylie Rolfe chasing it down. Amanda Buell coming out of the nice defensive play for Oak Hill. And we find Halldale inside their 25, hopefully getting it inside the circle to create some offense. Either a shot or a corner. There's the ball inside. Corner. Corner for Halldale, the first one of the game. Now these are the things, folks, that they're going to have to take ownership of. Because they haven't had too many offensive opportunities, they've really got to make these corners count and finish off with a shot on. So we'll see what happens here. It looks like Corbin putting the ball in. Baker's at the top. And Emma Soul at the top. Passes down to the corner. Shot, first shot. Nice save. First shot for Halldale. Nice save for Sierra Lane for Oak Hill. So good offensive opportunity for Halldale. Hopefully we'll get back in the circle again. Ellery Stewart coming down the right side, looking to get it back in the circle. Nice defensive clear by Surratt out the sideline. So we'll hopefully see Halldale make some moves here to clear open space so that Emma Soroyce can get it inside the circle from. Ball turned over to Oak Hill. Kelsey Young with the ball. Nice square hit. Trying to find Cassie Stachino, who's off to the races. Looking for a back pass there, kind of missed Surratt, but picked up Olivia Stagg. Nice offensive move by Surratt to make herself around, take herself around Baker. She's looking to go to the middle of the circle. Here she comes. Shot on the right side, and it's in. Oak Hill score. It looked to me like it might have been Cassie Stachino. I'm not positive of that. We'll check it out, but it looked like Stachino had a stick on that at 9:28 of the third quarter. We are now 2-0 Oak Hill. So again, as we've said, Halldale is never out of this. They're very aggressive, always has been. They'll never give up. Yes, I was right. It was Cassie Stachino. Thank you, Chris. So again, Halldale's down inside the circle. Great opportunity. Shot on. Fought for outside. Another 2 Halldale shots. So coming out of the defensive end, Kelsey Young with the ball. Tries to bring it out to Oak Hill's right side. Ball immediately goes back into the circle. Ava Corbin on the run. An obstruction with another penalty corner for Halldale. So as we said, Halldale never gives up. Since that second goal was scored, the ball's been down in this end. Got another opportunity for Halldale.
How we doing, Coach?
Oh, where you been?
So got a corner going.
Ava Corbin.
Yeah, you keep going, Coach.
Ava Corbin to Avery Baker. Another shot. Ball in front. I looked up, Chris Wheeler was there. I looked up again. Chris Wheeler's got a Irish hat on, a little gray hair, and looks a lot like Rob Munson.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, we've had an adventure. We'll tell you at the break. I'll let Coach continue going. I'm going to bring the scoreboard back home.
We've got Chloe Fournier coming up. The left side for Oak Hill right in front of us. Tackled by Avery Baker. Avery Baker and Ashlyn Donahue right in front of us. So Halldale keeps control of the ball on this end. This is a good push for Halldale, the best I've seen all game long in terms of staying down in their offensive end. Kylie Rolfe trying to grab the ball away from Surratt, which is a tough thing to do. Ball coming out to Brianna Dumas on Oak Hill's right side. Nice pass upfield. Emma Soul right there, as she has been all game long. Surratt back with the ball coming down through the middle. Ball loose inside the circle. Shot on, and another score by Julie Mooney, I believe.
Well, Mooney's been around the ball all day.
She sure has. Nice little entry pass in there by Surratt. Mooney got a piece of it about halfway down the circle. Kelsey Cormier was out of position. One of the first times we've seen her out of position. Not by her own fault, but just because of the shot that was taken before.
Getting a look at it on replay here, Coach.
Did I call the right one? So Halldale finds himself down 3-0 with 7 minutes left to go in the third. And as we said, Halldale's been in the offensive end, so hopefully they can get down here. One goal makes a big difference for them, so if they can get down in here and get one on. Tough to break through this midfield. All game long it's been tough. Surratt at the top of the circle. Shot on, but interrupted by Soul. Lizzie Bickford drags it out to the side as she normally does so well.
Yeah, she's
Ball
really
cleared.
disciplined, Coach, that way.
Yeah, I think we've said a couple times, Rob, that she's not flashy. There's not a whole lot of stick work. She just does the right thing and clears the ball, and that's exactly what her job is on the deep defense. Get it out of the circle, take away a clear shot, make the offense have to pass it at least once or twice before they can get back in. And she does a great job at that. Surratt back with the ball again. Tries to find Cassidy Stachino on the left. Surratt again. Shot to the middle, cleared by Lizzie Bickford. Another penalty corner for Oak Hill, which is the fourth. No, excuse me, is the first in this half. So we'll see how the setup looks for Oak Hill this half. Mooney and Surratt at the top. Insertion coming to the side to Brianna Dumas. Nice rush there by Kylie Rolfe. She's bringing it out. Got an open, keep it in. Finds a sideline, works her way around. Kelsey Young. Nice change to the middle by Kylie Rolfe. Runs into Surratt. We've seen that a couple times this game.
She's a good two-way player, isn't she, Coach?
Absolutely.
Certainly a next-level player.
I think
Do you know
so.
what her plans might be, Coach?
Well, I talked to Coach before, and she's looking to go into nursing at USM and would love to continue to play down there, and I'm sure they'd love to have her. Shot at the top, straight on. Nice shot in the goal cage. Secondary shot, cleared on the end line by Soroyce. Another penalty corner.
Yeah, Surratt launched one that time, didn't she? Low to the ground, into the screen.
Yes, it was, and Emma Soroyce came up big there just to the side of the goalie to pick that ball out. Ball comes up to Brianna Dumas. Shot on, but Kylie Rolfe got a piece of that on a flyer coming out of the circle. Avery Baker coming up the side. Tough to control on this side. The sideline is right next to her. Ball goes out of bounds. Back to Oak Hill. Julia Lane with the ball. Looking to change field a little bit. Comes to the middle. Surratt changes it all the way back over to the right side. Trying to hit up Brianna Dumas. Ava Corbin with the ball. Only got one in front of her. She's got decent speed. Loses control of the ball a little bit. And it's picked up there by Micaiah Cup. Ball up to the left side for Oak Hill. Olivia Stagg picks it up just outside the circle. Emma Soule brings it up. Nice clear defensively. An obstruction call, so Halldale picks it up nice and quick by Avery Baker. Ball coming up high. Intercepted by Culp. Back to the middle. O'Connor had it for a second. Back on the stick of Surratt. Emma Soroyce is playing tough defense today. Very tough defense. Gets a call there. Keeps the ball on her stick. Doesn't let go of it until she has to. Nice pass coming up the left side, looking for Corbin. Corbin picks it up there, goes by one defender. Looking to get inside the circle here. Still got it. Ball goes out of bounds on the opposite side of us. Midfield attack by Oak Hill. Picked up by Emma Soule. Emma picks it up and goes right with it. Nice pass on the stick. We got a 3-on-1 here if we can make it work. Nice ball. Nice ball to the goal cage. Shot on for Halldale. Just goes wide. Off an Oak Hill stick, so coming back in for Halldale at the top of the circle. Right around the 25. Emma Soule looking for somebody to move to open a hole. Julie Mooney intercepts again. Trying to go right. Her and Soule have got a little battle going on here. It's just a great little battle at around the 25 for both of those two quality players.
One of our Oak Hill fans has sent along information on the 2 number 16s, and I've lost where that is. If you could send that information on Munson Media on Facebook, tell us who the 2 kids are, because we're listed. Chloe Fournier is the sophomore, number 16. They had Sophie Charles, but they do have other numbers. And somebody knew what those were, Coach, and I saw it come up here, and I can't find it again. So if you could put that back up on Facebook for me so we can give the kids the credit.
Ava Corbin with the ball again. So if you've noticed, my voice has changed from the second quarter to the third quarter. Coach Munzing went over to the other field to fix a snafu, pointed at me and said, You're on.
That's how you get your big break.
Yeah, I'm not too sure.
In the memoirs of Coach McNally as the premier play-by-play field hockey analyst or play-by-play, we had, for some reason, and we don't know why, the Gremlins have attacked us here at Halldale today. And this field hockey game was playing also as the soccer game. And something got goofed up. I had to run over to the press box across the way on a full sprint. It took me half an hour. And I got over there and fixed it and then came back. But Coach is doing such a great job, Will.
Good thing I didn't go. I would have had to call an Uber. Surratt with an entry pass into the circle. Looking for Stachino.
Ooh, that was going to be a close one there. As Cassie there was looking for a little home cooking, but the clock ran out. So we'll take a quick break. We'll come back. It'll be fourth quarter here. We'll tee it up for one more quarter of action here from the Simmons Complex in high school field hockey. But first, let's hear from our sponsors.
Don't feel like cooking dinner? Call Capsa's Pizza in Farmingdale. You can make the whole family happy with our award-winning pizza, sandwiches made on fresh baked bread, delicious nachos, or salads made to order. And don't forget the whoopie pies. We pride ourselves on fast, friendly service and an overall experience that's better than you might expect from a pizza place. So order Capsa's tonight. Pick it up, have it delivered, or enjoy our dining room. Give us a call at 582-0522 or enjoy the convenience of online ordering at capsaspizza.com.
I want to thank Capsa's Pizza, and of course, as we do in every Halldale broadcast, we'll have the Capsa Pizza Player of the Game to the Halldale Bulldog. And Coach McNally will be choosing that. We do this for all the local games. Capsa's sitting right in the middle down there in Farmingdale between Hollowell and Gardner, so they're sponsoring the Player of the Game for both teams. So when we do a Gardner game, we have a Capsa Pizza Player of the Game. Thank you so much, folks, chiming in at home. Jessica Childs. Number 16 is Sophie Childs. So we'll keep that one the way it is. And Chloe Fournier is number 21, and she's a sophomore. Thank you, folks, for chiming in on that. One of the things we always try to do, and I didn't notice there were 2 16s. We would have got that before the game. But thank you, folks, for letting us know that. And hope you Oak Hill fans are enjoying watching your very fine field hockey team in action, as the Mountain Valley Conference not allowing any spectators at all. So we know the parents have got quite a charge out of that. We got some nice comments over the weekend. I put up the schedule for this week, which included 11 games, and a lot of people chimed in and said how much they appreciate us doing the games and all that. And, you know, we're not only doing the game, we're trying to help the other people. Some of the schools that don't normally stream have been calling us on what the heck do we do? How do we do this? And so we've been working with some of the schools on getting their games up and on, and how's the easiest way to do it. And you can tell that, as I like to tell folks, Coach McNally, when you're on the cutting edge of technology like we are, sometimes you cut yourself. And we certainly proved that up today. We had to run back and forth, and luckily the games were both here. We can do 2 games at a time, as we're doing right now. We've got the middle school soccer game is going off as normal, but they were both scheduled for the same time, and I made a mistake on the scheduling. The game was set to start at 4:15. I had it set to go at 3:30, so on the fly we tried to change it, and we changed it somehow, some way the field hockey game was going to both sites when the game started, so I had to run over to the other press box and fix it. And my watch, remember if you listened to me in the first half, I told you how my watch likes it. It gives me good compliments when I do a lot of steps. My watch is complimenting me left and right now, saying I'm like the leading runner in the whole world right now. Back and forth I've gone this afternoon. So we try to make it work for folks, and we have fun doing this. Today's not one of the fun days, though. So, Coach, we go back to our regular roles. If you'd like that would be great. Yeah, it's a little bit different doing the doing that play-by-play, isn't it, Coach? It's a little different character.
Yeah, you have mentioned a couple times about your eyesight, and I noticed in that last quarter that I'm looking at. I made the font extra large on my rosters, but it wasn't helping me much. So I apologize if I didn't get names correctly, but the effort was there, and I'm going to blame it on my eyesight.
I think you did great, Coach. Thank you. We don't have quarters, so we're into the fourth right now. We're still halves. They haven't checked it with the new rules for field hockey. Here comes Surratt again. She's inside. She's going to let one launch there, and in front of Cormier, kicked out there again by Kelsey Cormier, doing a good job as she is pretty much a stalwart in goal there. She's given up the 3, but she's been peppered pretty regularly here in this one. So, not much she could do with some of these shots that have got by her today. They've been tough ones.
Well, you're absolutely right. I mean, the score could be a lot wider than it is right now, if not for Emma Soule and Kelsey Cormier. And I think if we look back, I think a lot of, or at least 2 out of the 3 goals were rebound shots. So she gets the first one and is looking for a defense to help her with the second one. And it's sometimes tough when it's in close to get that second one. And she's a big body in there and plays low, but it's tough when you take that second shot. So she's done having another good game as she did before under circumstances. This is probably the most powerful offensive team we've seen this season.
Yeah, Winthrop was a really good team too, and but this team has good firepower. Of course, we keyed it coming into the game. Adele Surratt with 53 goals, and she's added to that at least once. And while I was here, I don't know if she scored any of the ones besides the first goal of the game. So
and we got Cassie Stacchino on the second one, and Julie Mooney on the third one. But it's in most cases it's been Surratt that's brought the ball into the circle. So
she launched one there. It was stopped right out front and backhanded by Mooney. Reverse sticked. Do we call it backhand or reverse stick, Coach?
Reverse stick.
Reverse stick, yeah. I slipped into a little bit of hockey lingo there, as I sometimes do. Reverse stick. I've been pretty good on reverse stick so far. Launched out of there by the Bulldogs.
And sophomore Mooney's been impressive this game. I mean, we talk about Surratt a lot, but Mooney is only a sophomore, and she's just a little bit of a thing. But, boy, she's got good wheels. She finds the ball. She's in the circle with her stick down all the time. So she's going to be a tough player in the next couple of years.
Knocked out, and here come the Bulldogs on the far side. Calvin Mason doing our camera work here. He's been our field hockey expert so far. Good take down the side by Corbin, but she got the ball kind of flew up, but it'll go back to Halldale. They'll try to get it down in. They do. Corbin with the attempted sweep couldn't get it through.
That's tough to do. Ball's moving. You're going in the want to go in the opposite direction. Very often kids will try to swing through the ball instead of stopping and controlling it. Not really stopping it, but controlling it. And very often what happens is it goes in your feet, as it did with Corbin there in her haste to try to get into the circle. Tough to control this ball on these fields, Rob. We've said before, this field looks tremendous, but when you put a hockey ball on this field, it'll find every dip and start bouncing. So
how did your coaching philosophy have to change once you started to evolve into playing on turf fields, Coach?
It changed quite a bit. The skills are different. The individual skill set is different. Every part of the game is different. The defense is played differently because the ball rolls so smooth, so you have to be, I don't want to say a little looser, but you have to be more aware of speed coming down through here. So the skill set itself changes, the game changes, less dribbling on the turf.
Yep.
We're not looking on the turf for 25-yard passes. You're looking for 10 and 15-yard passes.
And you can make those passes because you know they're going to be sure. That was another good rush. You talk about speeding down the field. Again, that was Julie Mooney coming down the far side there, and she's the one that caused the corner, and she'll be the insertion player here for Coach Gilbert. Glad our Halldale and Oak Hill fans could join us here today. Remember, Coach McNally will write you a pass from her stash of passes from being a teacher there if you need to watch it work. Into the circle. And that was Mooney again trying to reverse stick, wasn't able to do it. But as Coach says, you can't score in the corner, get another corner. And that's exactly what's come on here.
Well, this is a good example, too, if you look at the corner, the circle right now, how outnumbered the defense is. So these corners are designed to give you an offensive opportunity to create some more scoring. And if you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people on the circle playing offense, you've only got 5 inside. So it's a great opportunity. And this changes on turf as well. You can get a shot off on turf that looks like it's going like 50 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Because that ball comes out so quick. But with the ball jumping on grass fields, it's tough to get that shot off quickly.
So Mooney will have a redo on the insertion. She's got Dume, who she's gone to, and also Sarad. There goes to Dume. She's going to launch one, try to get it back to Mooney, not able to do it, and taken to the side, and stopped right on the line, and salvages the hit for Halldale. I think that's Baker with it. Good job by Baker. Aerial dribble.
Another point of discussion on the corners that is coming up in high school play. If you watch a college game right now, the defensive players on the corners for colleges are all coming up in full face masks, and they tuck them behind the goal cage after the corner is over.
Uh-huh.
There's a little push to get the high school kids
Yeah.
to wear those full masks as well, because like this, a shot from Surratt at the
Yeah.
top is coming pretty quick, and if it
Yeah.
takes a bump and comes up into your face,
If I'm in there, Coach, I'm running right to the soccer practice field, right through the woods here, and she starts to tee it up.
yeah, this
Discretion being the better part of valor.
You know, speaking of that, I just remembered April. Who's the big basketball player at Halldale? Bouchard.
Yes.
Not April.
Rachel.
Rachel Bouchard.
Yes.
Played field hockey, little known fact, and softball. And at the time, I was coaching field hockey and softball at the high school. We scrimmaged Halldale. Rachel Bouchard could hit a ball 100 yards without a stop, hit the tree in the background, and it would bounce back into the circle. That's how
Yeah.
strong she was.
Yeah. Rachel Bouchard's one of the best female athletes in the history of the state.
And what a nice kid.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And she followed
She went
that-
on to a coaching career, didn't she, Coach?
She did a little bit of coaching.
Yeah, a little bit?
Yeah, I think she did. I think she's she a lawyer?
I think
a lawyer
so,
down
yes,
south.
yeah.
So as I said, I was coaching softball and field hockey. Softball season, she came down to Garden and we scrimmaged Halldale. Can't remember who was pitching for me. The kid doesn't want to remember it. She took one ball and it's somewhere around Harrison Avenue still coming down. Boy, I've never seen a ball hit so far in my life.
Boy, that was a close one to another goal for the Raiders. They have turned it on. They've been the more offensive team in this one. Bulldogs keep plugging, though, that's for sure. They're playing hard.
Well, as we've said, not a senior on this Bulldog team.
Yeah.
They're playing this season like everyone is are looking for improvement for next season. So, and I think they have. I think they've got some strong young players, and everyone back next season should bode well for them.
Ball's in the circle, reverse stick, and just sailed wide. Boy, that was a great scoring opportunity, and it looked like it was going to be another goal. Stachino, I think. Yeah, it was Stachino, number 8. Just sealed it wide. Good aerial out. Can they get it knocked down here? It was Childs trying to make the play here for the Raiders.
It's a
Going
great
down.
example of left-hand defense by Sophie Childs coming down the sidelines. Get her stick in front so the offensive player has to see the stick. No defensive interference, and we call it channeling. She channels the kid down the sideline and keeps the athlete, on the sideline area. Great defense by
Childs, I think
Childs.
it was.
Yeah, so Sophie Childs. Yep. And we've talked a lot about the Oak Hill offense, but this Oak Hill defense has done a great job between the 25s and a little lower.
And Miss Royce for the Bulldogs, trying to get around the defender. She was able to get around Lane, but not able to pick it up. 5:18 left here.
Third penalty corner for Halldale.
Our clock is about 14 seconds ahead. So a corner here, the insertion will come from Ava Corbin, the junior. They've got Baker set right in the middle. She's the big shot out there. Baker, let's see where they go. They'll come in. Thrown in the circle, tipped, and just wide.
Nice entry pass by Emma Soul. Nice time pass right to the penalty stroke line. If we can get a tip on that, it's in just about every time.
Remember Coach McNally told you, Coach Betsy Gilbert's got 3 top-flight goalkeepers.
And all 3 of them play every game.
Yeah.
Freshmen, I believe, and 2 seniors.
Can't tell who's that in there right now because I can't see the number until they turn around. You might know because you were here for the whole game.
I'm not sure, but I
sprint
know
back and forth.
it's not Sierra Lane because she played last
We'll try to
quarter.
get the number
She's
here
bigger.
so we can give credit.
And it's not. It must be Kiara Levesque because 00 is on the sideline. So.
Okay. Halldale's in the corner trying to get a centering pass. They do. It comes across. It's loose. Track down here. Jumping on quickly is Soroy. She threw it back in front, trying to connect inside.
Nice save. Good
There's
shot.
a scrum. Halldale looking to keep it in. Can they do it? No. Dispossessed. And it comes to Julia Lane. Lane gets it back. Tries to go past the defender. Some pretty good defense in there. Knocking it back and forth and every which way with the Bulldogs. O'Connor had some good defense, but now it comes up into the circle. Pushed across and didn't get on net. Comes out wide. Into Surratt. Some good defense by Baker, and now she's got a good clear. Halldale on the chase. Here they come. This is Stewart. Stewart on the right side.
Nice.
Defended here by Young. Can she get by? Stewart does. Stewart's got a lane. Throws it in front. Almost knocked in that time. Good shot by Rolfe, but she wasn't able to get it home.
That was a nice carry with Stewart coming
It was
down that line.
nice.
She showed us a little bit of speed, showed us some stick work. Great little carry for almost 30 yards.
So it's going to come out to Baker. Directs traffic. Gets double teamed, trying to throw it through. Can't. Back to Baker. She takes it quickly as she should. Kind of self-passes on the right side. She
Nice cross pass.
cross right in front, not able to knock it home by Corbin. Culp with it. Reverse stick out to Surratt. Back out wide. Culp will race for it. She's defended that time by Mishu. But it'll go over to the Raiders.
Brooke Mishu's a freshman. She came in halfway through that first quarter and has done a great job over on that side. I foresee her to be defensive toughness in the next few years, but she's done a good job over there since she came in.
We're winding down to about a minute and a half. As we said, we're about 15 seconds quick, so our clock will run out first. Doesn't make any sound, so it's not going to mean that anybody's going to stop anything. Thrown ahead, knocked down into a safe place, so they'll let it go. Chased down out of bounds by Bickford. I want to thank Calvin Mason doing our camera work today. Coach McNally along for the Anna Lestrol and a little play-by-play. Knocked away. 45 seconds left. See the Bulldogs, see if they can get something cooking here. Corbin coming down the far side, throws it ahead. Corbin knows what the clock is and trying to get it, but she can't. It'll turn over to the Raiders. So the Raiders going to win this. So keep their undefeated streak going in this abbreviated COVID season.
But we can reiterate what we said about Halldale. They don't give up, and they've had more offensive opportunities in the second half, which tells you they've got that never say die attitude, which bodes well for those kids as they continue to grow in this game.
And if things work out well, if we have a normal season next year, I think we'll be back to do some Halldale games, and people seem to like those, and if we can do some, we'll be able to do some. Well, that's going to wrap it up here. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, Coach McNally will choose the Capsa Pizza player of the game, but we'll let you know the final score, 3-0, the Raiders over the Bulldogs. We'll take a break. Back after this. So we're back here. Want to let you know, Coach has made the decision on the Capsa Pizza player of the game.
Tough choice today. Could have gone to a lot of people. Emma Sorois was looking good today. Ava Corbin was looking good today. But I think based on defensive play and help side for the goalie, I think today's player of the game is Emma Soul.
So congratulations to Emma. She's a junior. She'll win the Capsa Pizza player of the game, and I think the pizza awards are over at the
soccer field.
So I'll grab one over there. Either I'll give it to Mr. Kennedy, Emma, and he can give it to you, or I'll try to come out and find you, or you come over there. That's where we'll be after this game. We'll finish up the soccer game over at the other complex. Well, that's going to do it here for our cameraman, Calvin Mason. For the coach, Mo McNally, I'm Rob Munson. Glad you could join us here on Munzing Media as the final score for the final time, 3-0 Raiders over the Bulldogs. We're back in action here. Check us out on Munzing Media's Facebook page. That's where all our games. We've got 9 more games left this week. We've got coming up in field hockey. We've got a good one coming up in field hockey. MCI and the Gardner Tigers on... Is that tomorrow or is it Wednesday, Coach?
Tomorrow.
It's tomorrow. Okay. So we'll be on the air for that one. That's at 3:30, and we'll be on the hill at Somerville Field for you field hockey fans. And we'll be back here for more Bulldog field hockey as well. So that's going to wrap it up. Want to thank everybody for the nice comments here. Glad we could bring you this field hockey game. Till next time on Munson Media. So long, everybody.